Good morning, everybody. February 7th, Wednesday, 2018. And I want to cover with you guys, when I talk about patience, you definitely got to keep patience. I just recorded a video and I thought it was pretty good, but obviously it wasn't because my stuff stopped. And when I told you yesterday that I tried recording a video about ego and it didn't let me, well, exact same thing happened. It like only went 5 minutes. And it started taking pictures, like it stopped my video recording. That's basically what happened this time. Is I got to 10 minutes, which I was going to debate about just leaving it, but at the same time, it ended in such an abrupt way. So here we are. So the main thing I wanted to try to cover in that video, which I probably did go a little everywhere here and there more than I should have, was the symbols and how they directly relate, because the video I created yesterday was okay. I debated about uploading it. I really didn't want to, but I finally said, whatever, I'm going to do it. Doesn't matter. One of the battles I have internally is that I constantly am a perfectionist. If I don't like something about something, usually, especially when it relates to me and how I present myself, I will not do it. But with these videos, I kind of have to pull that trigger. It's just I have to do it, because otherwise I'll debate about it all the time. I'll never get anything done. But besides that point, the main thing I want to cover with the symbols that I was trying to get across in the previous video that I just did was water, right? You'll get these ongoing themes in your life, week to week, day to day, sometimes hour to hour, where there'll be a prevailing theme that seems to populate within your world somehow, some way. It could be in the most simplest of ways, and that's what I want to describe, is like in this way, the waterway. When we first got the truck, we wanted to go explore in the truck, but as well as have something to do. So we went yard selling and estate selling. That was something I used to do. And if you want to talk with spirit, you want to communicate with spirit, go do that. You'll find a theme in yard sales. And it could be intentional, one that's in your mind, or it could be, I'm going to take this off because maybe that's related to it. So it could be intentional, direct, indirect. It really can fluctuate in however it's occurring. It doesn't matter. It's going to happen regardless. That you'll see it. If it's meant to be for you, you'll start to notice it. It'll start becoming apparent. So we went yard selling. Didn't really have much of what I thought was the theme. We only hit a couple of them because there weren't that many out. And the one I did find was water purifications, the ones that you connect to your faucet, the pure ones, PUR. This lady was selling like 3 systems with like 6 filters for $5. And in yard sales, yeah, things can be cheap, but compared to everything this lady had, I thought there was going to be something wrong with them. I went ahead and bought them because if I didn't use them, I could definitely resell them of some form. And when I got them home, everything was great. Like they were all still wrapped up. It looked like they didn't even attempt to use them. So filters were still packaged up and everything. So that was then, but I didn't break into them till last night. And ironically, when I was thinking about this ongoing theme and how I can relay to you guys how spirit communicates and the way in which it communicates, it was only until this moment that I realized I still had these in the trunk and I had to go get them out and do them. Well, the reason it made me realize is because as I'm thinking about all these possible symbols or what I can do to kind of relay this message to you guys, it became in my own day to day, like just, for one, it started with that, the garage sale. And then it trickled over to what I didn't realize was a thing. But then it trickled over into like Monday, I had to go to this place and it was in North Scottsdale. So I was taking back roads because it was in the rush hour. And in North Scottsdale, it gets pretty bad rush hour. So I had to find a back road. I ended up finding Sweetwater. Well, we go down Sweetwater, it worked out great. Everything was fine. It was perfect route. But later that night, I'm scrolling Facebook and the ads pop up like they do. And they, intrude on your privacy by displaying whatever it is you were talking about with somebody, or a conversation or a text or something, some form. So the ad presents Nopal water at AJ's which is a sweet water, cactus water. And it was promoting it. And I'm just like, what's the point of that? But then I realized, hey, I was on Sweetwater today. So somehow, some way it either found it, heard it, whatever. No big deal. The next day, I'm a license plates guy as far as like I take those into account for symbols. Like when I see license plates, they've evolved through the course of time. They used to start as triple numbers. It then went into like quadruple numbers, and then quintuple numbers, and then went into numbers in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 0. It then went into numbers of math. Like I see 7, 3, 21. That is technically my plate, 3, 7, 21, which is funny. But I started seeing mathematical numbers all of a sudden, like 4 plus 4, 8, 12, or something to that effect, or even divisible, or so on and so forth. But plates have always been kind of like they pop out to me in that way. So I'm driving, I see quadruple sevens, and anytime I see sevens like, just think of heaven, a heavenly number. You have spirits, you have forces, you have guides. And it's either confirming you're doing the right thing, it's telling you you're going to be okay, like whatever it is, it's kind of consoling you in my sense in a heavenly form. So to see quadruple sevens, that's 28, 7 times 4, 28 equals a 1. So not only is it heavenly, it's also the beginning of a new path. Like I take that, pretty seriously. Like I consider them. I don't really live my life by them, but I take note of them, that they're present and they're there. So when I seen that one, I realized I was on a road Drinkwater. And so now here I have the water purifications. I had the day before where it was Sweetwater. I had the Nopal advertisement. And now when I see the quadruple sevens, like for instance, when I see symbols like that on the license plates, I'll take note of my thought, what I was thinking about. I'll take note of the radio song. I'll take note of my surroundings. If I'm supposed to see something, whether it be a business sign or a street sign. So in this case, it was Drinkwater. So it couldn't be more obvious than that, Drinkwater Boulevard. When I realized last night, as I'm trying to put everything together in my head about what it is I could talk about, because I was really disappointed with yesterday's video, I realized, well, hey, like even up until today, I've been having signs of this, and this would be a prime example. It's nonstop, that dance. Like you constantly have that dance of ongoing themes, and more times than none, you don't know what that theme is talking about. Like I have no clue. 90% of the time, 95% of the time, I have no clue what the themes are talking about. Even when it's directly related to symbols that I already know from past experiences, when I relook up those symbols, new things will jump out at me. It's almost like a new lesson has emerged, a new graduating understanding. And it's weird. It's just weird. These little things will kind of prove to you that there is an invisible force surrounding you. And like whether you're an atheist or whether you are religious, doesn't matter what religion. But I guess this goes more towards the atheist, that if you are a non-believer of any kind of force, these little things will give you innuendos and signs and a window into actual understanding that there is some force present that is guiding and stimulating you at the very least. So when you can come to that conclusion that there truly is something there, that life isn't just logic and the Big Bang and science proves everything, there's this weird line in the sand that is a spiritual science. And there's nothing fancy, nothing crazy. It's been there our entire lives. It's just a matter of never seeing it because you weren't looking for it. We're in a time right now that the energy is so strong, I believe, and it's only because of my intuitional growth, I believe, that I feel this way, but the energy is so strong. Manifestations are coming like so far apparent, so quick, so fast. It's like ridiculous. It's crazy. There's so much that's actually occurring on a moment-to-moment basis based off of your pure thought. There was more stuff I wanted to cover, and that's where I kind of did go on a tangent in the other video, so I'm hoping that won't be the case. Make this kind of a semi-quick video in my terms of quick. So we'll leave it with that. Tomorrow I'll see if I can actually start talking about maybe some of the principles and how they relate to me. We'll give that a go. But thanks for watching. I appreciate all the indirect support. I mean, part of the battle I have is that in my mind, I'm getting signs that this is the right thing to do, but consciously I'll find every reason in the book as to why I shouldn't be doing this. But in the end of the day, when I listen to the signs of my faith, I have to understand that everything's happening for a reason. So there's a reason I'm being guided. There's a reason I'm here. So we'll keep it going. You guys take care. Have a great one.